My name is Howard Berry. I'm the father of the late Staff Sergeant Joshua Berry. My son died of wounds that were sustained during the first Fort Hood shooting. For those of you that don't remember, that shooting took place on November the 5th, 2009. Nadal Hassan murdered 13 and he wounded 32. You won't find Josh listed among the killed or the wounded. He didn't exist. The Army forgot about him. Now we're going to elect a new president next year. 2016 is right around the corner. I decided after a lot of soul searching, I'm going to ask some serious questions of the folks that feel that they have what it takes to be our next commander in chief. These questions are for Carly Fiorina. Carly, do you think that the first Fort Hood shooting was handled correctly? The fact that they classified it a random act of violence in the workplace and later amended it to a case of violent homegrown extremism? Do you think that did justice to the men and women that were involved in that shooting? I don't. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on veteran suicide also. 23 men and women a day are completing suicide. My son joined that club on February the 13th of 2013. He died waiting for help that never came. And I don't understand. I really don't. I thought we were better people than this. What are your thoughts on that? 23 a day. Would that keep you up at night? I know it does me. I think one is too many. What are your thoughts on the VA? Is this a broken agency that's it's just beyond repair? Or are they actually going to turn the corner at some point? I'm pretty skeptical. My son was treated at a VA. I'm not sure that he got what he needed. I know he didn't get what he deserved. What are your thoughts on things like No Soldier Left Behind? My son was left behind. Or support the troops. Something that we don't do. We say, but we don't. Where do you think that our men and women, our veterans, should stand in a pecking order when it comes to helping folks out? Where do you think these folks that volunteer to defend our freedoms ought to be in line? Do you think they ought to be up front? Or do you think they ought to be where they're at? Yeah. Because from the chair I'm sitting in, I think that our country's figured it out. That most of them, it's cheaper to just go out and buy a flag and a marker. We don't do what we're supposed to do. I believe in supporting the troops. I'd like to know what your thoughts are. I think this is a very debatable issue. I think it ought to be discussed at some point. I want a strong leader. I want a strong country. I would like to see a strong military, something that our military is currently in a shambles. Mr. Obama's done everything that he can to wreck it, and I don't understand. I want to know what your thoughts are. There's an awful lot of people, an awful lot of Americans that have empty chairs at their table since 9/11. Some through combat losses and some through losses like my family. What are your thoughts on PTSD and TBI and the treatment that we're currently giving these men and women? They're not getting what they need. I want to know what your thoughts are. And I think it's important. I'm just one little old guy reaching out. I'm the father of one dead soldier, one dead veteran, reaching out and wanting to know, what are your thoughts? There are a lot of families. I know dead vets don't vote, but I do know that the survivors do. I do know that other vets vote. I do know that their friends vote. I think we deserve to know what you think. I'm humbly asking you to address this. I'd like to know what your thoughts are, and I'm really looking forward to your response. God bless. I miss my son.